Hi, Filthy here. Just getting the sound of my voice. It's been a little weird this week. Okay, I'd like to talk to you about the strong female characters that have been underutilized or undermentioned, not even mentioned lately. Because if you look at the story of these characters, it's actually pretty damn impressive. They're kind of underrated and almost forgotten. And if you could tell by what you're seeing on the screen right now, I'm going to mention these two characters, and I'm going to give you a quick bio in my usual filter 021 way. Okay, but first, we all know the YouTube algorithm is screwing things. I know I'm not a big YouTuber, but let's be honest, they flag you for certain things that come out, so you may have to search or something like that. Share the video and smash the like button, and you guys know the routine. Okay. The reason why I bring this up is because I keep looking at the story of the High Republic, the Star Wars The High Republic. And I am so annoyed by how they keep creating these female characters. Just like Rey before them, they don't really. Everything is handed to them. They don't have to struggle. They're just, I'm the best because vagina and vagina and even more vagina with a shaved head and be a black woman with overweight and approved body type. Basically, that's what you're getting. And it's really annoying. Again, they don't have any depth to them. We don't see the character grow. The first person I'm going to bring up, and she is a lot like Sarah Connor, and that is Julie Parish from the miniseries V. I was thinking about how people kept talking about how these Mary Sues keep popping up and how everything is given to them, and that strong female leaders get in there. Sarah Connor had to learn. Ripley pretty much. I mean, when you look at the story of Ripley, her thing was she was getting paid to do freight haul. That was her thing. She had no idea that she was going to get involved in some really creepy xenomorph stuff. But that was her thing. She was going to go there, get paid, take care of her kid, and that was it. That was her whole thing about being on the Nostromo. Was it the Nostromo? No, well, on the first ship as their warrant officer. Okay, when we get to Julie Parish, it's almost the same thing. Here's if you ever look at the visitors wiki. Julie Parish was a fourth-year medical student and protege of Dr. Rudolph Metz and a friend of Dr. Benjamin Taylor at the time of the first invasion. She founded the resistance in Los Angeles and created the cell structure organization method that would remain essential to the organization's survival. She initially became despondent over leading the resistance as she was a scientist, not a soldier, but was comforted by Ruby Ingalls. I bring that part up because if you've ever seen a scene, that entire scene where Ruby Ingalls is talking to her. Now, keep in mind, this character was played very well by Faye Grant, uh, ex-husband, rather, I'm sorry, ex-wife, I think, of Stephen Collins, and former cast member on the show of Greatest American Hero, I believe, in the first season, along with Michael Paré. But that's a whole nother story, especially if you look at the movie Streets of Fire. But that's a whole different ball game altogether. So it was really good in the scene where they turned her. And remember, she's just a medical student. Her idea of leadership is very nil. Maybe she was hanging out in the Girl Scouts and did something, and you really don't know. But again, there's a scene where right before Ruby talks to her, and they're getting their stuff together, and they turn to her and say, "Yeah, what do we do now, Julie?" And she's kind of frozen. She doesn't know what to do, and she just kind of says, "Well, we'll just try to. We'll worry about that when that comes along." And she's basically trying to figure out. Oh, great! Yeah, my iPad, these things, I swear, they do listen to you. They really do. Well, anyways, what happens is that she's just trying to figure out what to do. And then when she goes to fix the pipe in their underground headquarters, their hidden headquarters, and she's frustrated because the pipe bursts, kind of, she doesn't do it right. Ruby comes in there and she says something to the effect of, um, look, they trust you, we trust you, you need to trust yourself. You need to take all that stuff in there, use your heart, use your best instinct. Trust them. They'll know what to do. And then Julie gives she gives this a very interesting question. She says, "What if I don't know what I'm doing?" And Ruby's reply is classic. She goes, "Fake it. We'll never know the difference." But you see where I'm getting at. It was the character grew to confidence. She does something in that miniseries which is reminiscent within the first few minutes of part one of the miniseries. You got to watch it, and you'll understand what I'm talking about as she's facing down Diana. Like I said, if you've already seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not seen it, trust me. I'm pretty sure Walmart they have a copy of it. Remember, it's the original miniseries B from back in the '80s. She literally grows almost Sarah Connor like, and it was amazing. I thought it was just amazing. Again, that was a strong character, even into the second miniseries and even into the show. The show got a little hokey, but that was the great show of the development of a character. By the second miniseries, she was large and in charge, and I would not want to mess with her. Okay? Also, the same could be said for, well, I'll say that for another video. I was going to mention Cara Peltier from The Walking Dead. I mean, let's face facts. Would you want to be on her bad side? No, I don't think so. Okay, the next character I want to bring up, and this one is very, very interesting because I think they could have done something like this with Rey in Star Wars. And her name is she was the Yellow Ranger from Power Rangers RPM. And this is a thing that is very amazing. She runs into one character, thanks to Disney Brain. Shout out to Disney Brain because I was thinking about this character for like a couple of months ago, sorry, a couple of months ago about when the whole idea of strong characters was supposed to come up. And I thought about that and I thought, hey, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I was just thinking about that, her backstory, because in between that, she's talking to one of the potential Power Ranger guys, Dylan, and says that people are worth saving, worth helping. And then we get one of several backstories about those Power Rangers, and we find out that she was a spoiled rich girl. Her parents weren't around, and her friends were mind-numbingly shallow, as was she. But the only one that seemed to have any caring for her was the family servant, Andrew. And there was Andrew. He was there to give her a birthday card, a sincere birthday card, a gift. He would do all these things for her. Then, when the whole Vinjex invasion thing happens, yeah, what she does is she's still a little shallow, but the Andrew the butler carries her, literally carries her on his back to try to get her to safety. And I think at one point she asks why, and he says, I know that there's some great potential within you to do great. The character is played by Rose McIver. If the name sounds familiar, iZombie. Who knows? Who knew? She one day she's fighting Terminator type robots in a kids show. Now she's eating brains. Anyways, as I was saying, this character literally grows. We don't find this out. In fact, her first appearance, she's not, again, she's not a Mary Sue. She's just somebody there in this situation trying to help save people. And it was, again, her character. I believe the showrunner was very specific on it, on making this character this way. But hats off to him, hats off to the writers who gave her a true, honest backstory. What I'm saying is, would that not have worked with a character such as Rey for The Force Awakens? Somewhere along the lines? Seriously, I've mentioned several times before in other videos that if you gave her a true backstory, and again, it could have been told in a flashback somewhere between the Kylo Ren throwing temper tantrums or anything, or even in oh, I'm not even going to talk about the Last Jedi. That's just beyond saving. I felt embarrassed watching that movie. I'm sorry. I don't know about you, but I felt embarrassed watching it. All right. Like I said, you could look on the wiki, and if you guys have Power Rangers RPM. Oh, and Dr. K. That's another interesting character backstory. But again, that she's reserved for another whole thing. Again, I suggest you watch Disney Brain's video on the Power Rangers RPM. It is worth watching. But like I said, these two characters have been somewhat underutilized and almost forgotten in many ways. Again, Julie Parish grows as a leader, and Summer Lansdowne grows as a person to help protect others. Well, I thought I'd just put that out there. I hope you like this video. Please rate it, smash the like button, please. If you want to share it, knock yourself out, please. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Hit the like, leave a comment below. I would also like to talk about this stuff also. Uh, until then, you guys, y'all have a great day. Um, Stay safe out there. Have a cup of coffee or tea, fruit juice, Coca-Cola, Jack Daniels. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm Filter.